anyone who's played Terraria knows what the dungeon looks like. I mean, it's this tiny little entrance that helps you summon the Moon Lord. It's home to some awesome enemies, and I just don't think that it does it any justice. So, rather than just settling for the world-generated entrance to this bad boy, I figured we'd make the ultimate dungeon entrance. Come on, let's go take a look. We are getting so close to that Terraria update. The journey's end. Well, what's up, Jafar? I forgot to introduce my sidekick here, Jafar. He will be letting us know what jamming video game tunes are going on in the background, just in case you're curious. But check out the entrance to our pink dungeon. Hex yeah! I gotta tell you, it was kind of a Castlevania-inspired entrance, but then you get into this library and it feels like its own thing, you know? I really like how this turned out, and the reason I wanted this throne room so dark is because we hit a lot of secrets over here. A lot of little crafty secrets. For some fun in some later videos. But that's enough about that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Today we also have a brand spanking new shimeji. You heard me? A shimeji. Wow, those things are loud. What's a shimeji? A shimeji is like a gigapet for your phone. They get up to all kinds of rascaling and they're just entertainment for you. Of course, it's all free. I'd never ask you to pay for anything. And what dungeon doesn't have a jail? Look at that. We have a nice big workshop here. And of course, a treasure room. Now we're talking. It's not some tiny little box where you go to start the Moon Lord, and it's so much more epic. Look at this tower. I'm feeling it. I really like the way this build turned out. I gotta tell you, I know I say this every build, but this is gonna be my new base. A nice little ready room when you got a couple of multiplayer friends over, you know, a bar, fortune-telling room for your wizards like me, like moi. Pound back some brewskis. Yes, sir. Some NPC housing, a little bit of storage. You know, it's nice to have chests here and there. Pay attention to this inactive block, because this wizard tower is awesome for AFK. As soon as you go over top that sensor, you are completely enclosed. The only thing that'll get you is basically Mothron, or if you're unlucky enough for a wyvern to come and get you. And look, even when you set your spawn point to that bed, it automatically locks. I love that feature. And I do believe, if my ears don't deceive me, we are on to today's shimeji. Now, today's shimeji is based off the Sega Genesis game Decap Attack, one of my favorite from when I was a kid. Wow, I'm showing how old I am there. But you run around as a headless mummy, and you use your blood and guts to attack people, and that's not when you're not throwing your head around. So I made sure that our sprite art here had a chest on top that would transform you into Chuck D. Head. That way you could be a headless zombie throwing your skull around and using your guts to kill people. Pretty cool, right? And if you like the shimeji, or if you just like Decap Attack, click the link in the description and download it to your phone. That way you can have Decap Attack running around while you're watching YouTube. Maybe me. Who knows? The alchemy chamber. So when you first walk in, you see this monstrosity here, which is basically just a bunch of fluid duplicators of every type of fluid: honey, lava, water. That way you can get all three different kinds of blocks. You can get your obsidian right here when the water touches the lava. Or you can get your honey block when the water touches the honey. Or you can get your crispy block whenever the honey and the lava. Yeah, I am firing on cylinders today. Duh. But it turned out really good, and if you're patient enough, you can get a full stack fairly quick. And of course, what alchemy room would be complete without a little greenhouse full of all the herbs that you're going to need for potions, especially invisibility potions, one of my favorite. And if you look down here, at what dungeon doesn't need a vending machine. So I created a giant vending machine for, some items that I find myself going through a lot. Shark fin for potions, glow sticks are a huge money maker, bombs, gel. Oh my gosh, I could go through so much gel just in torches alone. But, it's a nice little place to AFK. And when you're done getting all your stacks of stuff, I made a nice little storage spot up above. That way it's not cluttering your inventory. And I mean, how easy is it just to, collect your stuff, pop up here, hit your stacked nearby chests, and boom, your inventory's clean. Not too bad. And down here is a beautiful armory. I managed to fit every single magical weapon in the game down here. And I had to fit a few in chests, but all the ones I like are out on display. And hey, who's stuck looking at it all day, you know what I mean? And what armory would be complete without a nice little testing field down here, complete with some spikes to help us turn a little bit of damage into some mana. Oh yeah, this turned out really nice. And I was thinking to myself, what a dungeon needs its own private mine. So I got really excited, and I created this dungeon's ore-filled mine. Everywhere you look, there's just ore and diamond, and the miners don't want you in here either, so they try to blow you up there. If you go too fast, it'll actually get you. How come you never see a glowing mushroom biome in a dungeon? That was my question. So you know what I did? I connected my sewers to the dungeon, and I made it look like, the sewage created this just fungus biome inside the dungeon itself, and it turned out really, really good. There was only one problem though. Somebody, and I won't mention who, didn't want to move in at first. I'm not going to say any names, but he knows what he did. Oh, the entranceway. I had fun with those above blocks again. And if you take a look at this box here, just like it was in the Wizard Tower, whenever you're standing here, that mushroom statue turns on and you can see that nice little fountain. And I figured, I always host multiplayer games. I figured I'd have a nice little guest room for when I've got guests on my server. Nice little place for them to call home, make them feel comfy. Well, that was a lot in one short little tiny 7-minute episode. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. Download the Shmeji app. It's free. And then download Decap Attack. It's free. And adopt an enemy. Give them a good home on your cell phone, Or don't. I don't care. I'm a video game bad guy myself. So, that's all from me, the Slithery D, the Ghost of the Machine. If you ever get bored of Terraria, it just means you're playing it wrong, dummy!
Come on, boy.